dude, forget I exist and you can continue on. But as long as you keep fucking hitting on this information that I'm putting down and that is right, I'm gonna come at you and I'm gonna come at your fucking neck, motherfucker. I just cut your head off, bitch.
What a way to start the video.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ.
Today, what we're going to be doing is this man obviously just threatened to cut my head off. He then went back and put out a post saying, "Oh no, I didn't mean I was going to go for your neck and cut your head off. What I mean is this video that I'm about to do a video on, this video shows that you're a liar and this and that and the other." So we're going to go through this video. Now remember, he just made this video like a mic drop to show that I'd said or did things that are blatantly untrue, when in fact a whole video all he does is show his own words that I repeated back to him. So we're going to go through this whole video because the guy's a satanic moron, so we're going to go through it and have a chat about it. All right.
Saw a perfect opportunity and could not pass it up. The day Ra arrived, that was a CME behind the planet.
That says 2018 on that shot, and this is when it's just said that Ra arrived. So he actually believes that there are 2 extra suns in the sky. He's seen them, they have planets with them, and he's seen these planets so close that he could see fields and hedgerows. Think about that for a minute. Hello and welcome to Scientifically Speaking. Today we're going over Captain Obvious's adventures of ouch, hung with a long rope, that's got a sting. Now apparently this video, as I said, is about me and how I messed up. So we're going to go through this video and we're going to laugh at a satanic grifting narcissist. Please note all the projection that this narcissist spouts, and the idiocy that he thinks that somehow he's in the right.
I saw a perfect opportunity and could not pass it up. The day Ra arrived, that was a CME behind the planet. There he was.
Oh yeah, and he thinks there's 2 suns in the sky, and he says they've been here since 2018. Only he has seen these 2 suns, and he also saw planets that were so close that he could see fields and hedgerows. Yeah, let's keep going.
And when something like this would happen, it was very rare back in the day when we was all like fucking tripping out. Now it's doing this every day, all day.
So basically ISWA, which checks for the flow and pressure and volume of the solar wind, he seems to think that it's always been calm, even though the sun always gives out solar wind. So everything he's saying is nonsense from somebody who didn't even know his own body had a magnetic field. Even though he says he's a nuclear physicist, he didn't know until within the last 6-7 years that he and the planet have a magnetic field. I don't know any other physicists that are that stupid.
So anyway, this was recorded. John brought it back and put it down about 5 years ago here on his channel, where we were talking about human magnets.
And 5 years ago, John almost lost his channel after he decided to steal my work and put his own voiceovers on it, and I threatened him with copyright, and he was going to lose his channel, but I was merciful and allowed him to have it back. He's made 3 videos in 5 years. Isn't that funny? He was using my videos, but because him and Captain Obvious are so clever, they don't need my videos, but he's never made another video since. Like, he's made 4 videos in 5 years. So that just shows you that nobody else makes videos like mine, because otherwise they would have got this information somewhere else.
And how the human body and its magnetism because of...
Magnetism.
Here, let's cover this. "7 years since I..."
7 years, what does this nonsense say? Blah blah. Nothing. He's talking about 3 sons 7 years ago.
Deciphered the hieroglyph. 7 years. This picture. It's 2018. Took me about 2 years before I started realizing everything in this picture. I was waiting on Logan to check my original translation.
Nobody's ever met Logan. Nobody's ever seen any of Logan's work. And nobody has ever seen Logan's translation correct, saying that his interpretation, which you're about to hear, is correct, because it doesn't exist. Funny that. No proof, no video, no written word, nothing. Just his narcissistic, grifting mouth telling lies.
On it. He said it got 100%.
Oh, he was 100% correct. How would this dude know? How would Logan know? Why didn't Logan interpret it? It's all a bit weird, isn't it, really?
After that, I decided to look at it a little more and figure out what that was. This right here is a field coming from the human heart.
No, it's not. The heart has a vortex. That is not the field coming from a human heart. It's just not. This is just more narcissistic gobshite.
And found out it was magnetism. So
found out it was magnetism. What, from the heart or from that stupid looking dice? That jug. Funny.
Metaphorically speaking, we figured out all this shit on this hieroglyph.
Which you're not hearing because he doesn't know anything.
About 7 years ago, and I started watching a lot of Tattooed Monkey, Thesaurus Apophis, and my friends somehow got a hold of Scientific Lee, and John and I were having conversations. Let's see where our beat playing it.
Here comes more lies, which I will explain in a second.
Yes. And he drew a nice schematic of the...
John didn't draw shit.
Golden bee plane of Peru. Look at all this work we've put in on this wall.
No, those are just pictures of Iswa. There's no work put in there. It's a screenshot of Iswa. It means 0. And there's certainly no videos behind it that make any sense.
And monitoring things over the years.
He's been monitoring and then spouting nonsense.
Quite insane.
Please excuse how I'm dressed. I just got out of the shower after working a lovely long hard day finishing off a shower.
The amount of actual study that is...
The amount of pictures is beyond comprehension, but anybody can have 5,000 pictures of a hedgehog.
Gone into this whole phenomena before we were even sure about what was going on, and it took this much research to figure it out.
That there's 2 more suns that he's seen, remember, and planets.
You know, this we weren't playing around. This is something.
Yes, they were. He's playing around. But you see, the whole system is to do with volume, and he said it was to do with electrical charge, and he doesn't even know what centimeters cubed means. He thought it meant electrical charge. So he's been reading it wrong for 7 years.
I'm serious.
That was a video I put out the other day, just showing that. He was like, look at the charge at the front. No, that's called volume in centimeters cubed, which is what the box showed that you pointed at. Dumbass.
For God's sake, day and night shots and the fucking UV sensors all around the world.
No, he hasn't. There's one camera that he said had a UV, and it was debunked by about 4 other people annoyed at him for pretending that the camera had a UV, and they showed the camera and it said it didn't have a UV. So again, he's repeating old grift.
We figured out there's language in the Schumann resonance.
There's language in the Schumann resonance. But he hasn't made a video about that. He just said it right there. That there's language in the Schumann resonance, which is the frequency that the Earth gives off. Unless he wants to bring up a video and tell me what it's saying. Show us what the Schumann says, please, Captain Obvious.
I can't magnify that one enough, but
More piles of nothing with no explanation. Good job there, Captain. Do you hear him? Because he's talking out of his backside.
hang on.
Here we go.
So here about 6 years ago, John and I are sitting here talking about the B plane, and he draws this little picture, and he said he got his concept of that from Scientific Timmy.
He means Scientific Lee, which would be me. But he has to try and slander me like I'm the stupid one, even though he's dumber than a bag of crap. You see, I made a video called The Four Winds, and it was the planet Earth. And I showed that there are 4 winds on the North Pole because there are 2 clockwise and 2 counterclockwise rotations in a double helix. So that gives you 4 winds. And that's what I explained. And he's now trying to apply it to a aeroplane, which isn't how it works. We'll get to that. So, yeah, John copied my drawing, and if you notice, there was no explanation on that drawing because he didn't have one. He just drew arrows like, if we do this and this, this means it'll fly. No, it doesn't.
I had brought this to him. I said, John, I didn't tell him I see centripetal, centrifugal.
Centripetal does not mean something flies, but that's the only information he's going to give you about this gold plane. I'm going to explain it in a minute because I never have before.
Oops. Shit, I touched
I
it.
certainly didn't want to give these 2 chumps anything to make a video about, so I'll explain this plane in a second.
And the wings are the impact wave of energy hitting matter. That's
Which means nothing about how this would fly.
something Timmy calls the halo wave because he's into Jeebus.
It's called a halo wave because that's what it is. And he's sitting there going, it's an impact wave. Once he saw my video where I said, oh look, a supercomputer finally figured out what an impact wave is. I called it a halo wave, and I explained in detail on a video how the halo wave works. And finally a supercomputer showed how it works, and it's exactly how I drew it. So in pretending that I don't know anything about the things I've said is pretty narcissistic. But then Satanists are like that.
But this is a very schematic drawing. It's not
a schematic drawing. Has he ever seen a schematic? See, I've done civil engineering, and I'm an alumni of a college for my civil engineering diploma of 2 years. So I know what I'm talking about. This isn't a schematic.
pretty, although it's
Oh, it's pretty. Oh, this is so scientific, isn't it?
kind of pretty. That's not what this is. It's got centripetal, centrifugals, got your 4 winds and your...
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. It has an impact wave on the front, and it has an impact wave on the back, on the wings. So you have no idea what you're talking about, centrifugal and centripetal. One means in, one means out. So you going centrifugal means it'll fly is the dumbest, ignorant pig lie that a narcissist could try and gaslight with.
Your impact wave. Magnetic banding.
Magnetic banding. What's that? What's that? That's another made-up thing he just made up because he couldn't even barely say it. Magnetic banding. Is that what makes it fly? Magnetic banding. Why don't magnets fly then? If that's a magnetic field, why aren't magnets flying? Do you see the stupidity and lies in his words? I'll explain it in a minute.
It causes thrust. Poof.
Magnetic banding causes thrust. Let's just hear that shit again.
It causes thrust. Poof. Banding. It causes thrust. Poof.
Magnetic banding causes thrust. Poof. The gaslighting and stupidity. Your subs must be so dim-witted.
That's how you drive the plane.
Magnetic banding with centripetal and centrifugal forces is what makes that plane fly. Did you hear that? See, this is the kind of Satanist that I like to make fun of.
Yeah, it flies. Ancient aliens flew it. So.
Did they? Are you sure? You don't even seem to know how, but I'm going to explain it in a minute what it actually means.
It does fly. It
doesn't fly. That little plane does not fly. And he doesn't know it flies, otherwise why hasn't he built one? Why hasn't he drawn a schematic so we can see it being built? Because he's an idiot, a grifting narcissist.
The mechanism that makes it go, see? And we were discussing this matter, which was, you know, kind of frivolous.
Frivolous on making a magnetic plane that flies without fuel. That's just frivolous. Do you see the bullshit coming out of his mouth? And I'm just going to say right here and now, I think I said it earlier, but I'll say it again. John, who drew that after he copied my picture and explanation and then didn't have any explanation, he was stealing my work. So I had his whole channel ripped down. And he sent me an email to beg me to not destroy his channel. That was 5-6 years ago, whenever it was. And out of my mercy, I said, don't use my videos again and put your voiceover saying nonsense using my video. And he went, no, I won't do it. I'll delete them all. So he deleted all my videos and I allowed him to have his channel. And he might have made 4 videos in 5 years. Why? Because he's not allowed to use my videos and nobody else makes videos like mine. So that's when they decided to really heap on the slander, because nobody else makes my videos, because nobody else knows what I know. And because they couldn't use my videos, they became satanic and murderous at heart.
Off to the side, we're over here reading these.
All right, let's just talk about that plane for a minute. Let's just pop back here. What are we at? 443. All right. This plane was a message for the future. And as he said, it's an impact wave, which means it's got nothing to do with magnetism. See, I deal with energy flow. He's talking about an impact wave. So that is an impact wave on the front. What's on the wings, though, is something completely different that we've all seen in our lifetimes. What would it be? Well, what it's saying is this was a flying machine. And the front of it is hitting air. That's what it's saying. It's saying this moves and creates an impact wave. And then, so what's happening at the wings? Well, you've seen a fighter jet when it goes Mach 1, right? Have you seen what happens to the center of the plane? There is an Ouroboros halo wave that appears around the body of it when it hits Mach 1. So basically, this plane, in scientific terms, it says, I move and I can do Mach 1. And I wouldn't stand behind that. But it's better than going centripetal, centrifugal, magnetic banding is what makes it fly, because that's just a pile of words that mean shit all to nobody. But I'm saying that this plane is demonstrating that if it moves, it will create a halo wave at the front, an impact wave, which will roll down the body of the plane and around the wings and show a halo wave at Mach 1. Okay, back to the video.
Reading these walls and stuff, and then Lee started here reading these walls and stuff.
Oh, this is where he's reading the walls and learning all about magnetism. I'm going to insert my video of his words about my channel and the things he's seen on the wall right here.
I'm telling you, I figured out why you're going to fucking die without the knowledge. Get the knowledge. I don't know how to stress it enough. Listening to me is going to do you absolutely dick. You need to go learn physics, learn energy transfer, transmission, and frequencies. It's not hard. Scientific Lee will draw it for you. He will show you in real time on a fucking spiral cell and prove to you what you need to know. And then after you watch all of his things and understand it, go look at a hieroglyph. You will see it completely differently than what you do today. You will know how I read them. You will know how I read them, because that's the only thing I'm reading on those walls. That's it. You understand? Everything on those walls is on fucking Scientific Lee's channel.
There. Now you've just heard it from his own mouth. Everything he's read on these walls is on my page. Now do you see why he's a grifting liar trying to steal what I have? Because everything he has, he got from me, and he just admitted it. Let's keep going.
And then Lee started fucking pounding on fucking, oh, I got all my information from him. No.
Well, you did, because you just said you did. Everything written on those walls is on Scientific Lee's page. You remember saying that, right?
Actually, I didn't get shit from Lee. Some of my friends did. And
No. Some of his friends did. No, this was John that I threatened to take down his channel, and I had every right to do it. Until John begged me not to.
Talked about it, and Lee stole some fucking shit.
I stole something. Is he going to say what I stole? No, because I never stole from an ignorant narc.
Tell you something.
See, that's funny. He said that the other day.
Timestamped. Lee, you started stealing our work 2 years after I fucking realized we had magnet.
2 years after he realised he had a magnet, I stole from him. Do you see how stupid that sounds? Whereas he realised he had a magnetic field, and I'd already been speaking about it for 8 years.
In our chest. And we had figured out 1748 hertz, and we're trying to help you.
No, it wasn't trying to help me. That's where they stole one of my videos, and I had the title. It said, "Are all magnets at 1748 hertz? Question mark. And in the video, I say, no, they're not. They took that video, him and John, and voiced over it, saying all magnets, and I agreed that they were all at 1748. And that's when I destroyed John's channel for thinking he could take me on and steal my work, and then say, this idiot's bullshit about 1748, which I've already debunked. This video here is 1748 hertz and arm hair debunked, and I've done 1,000 others like it, because the man's a lying, grifting moron.
On one of your older videos, John went to you, and you started flipping out.
Because he stole my video, and I threatened to take his channel to pieces and have it removed.
Timestamped, bitch.
Yeah, and I've just explained what those timestamps were. Do you notice how he never said nothing? He just went, you stole from us, and you went picked on John. Timestamps. Yeah, I've got videos about it. Again, narcissistic gaslighting.
We beat you by years.
Beat me at what? At what? I've got you saying everything I read on the walls. In fact, let's put that video up again, because it's funny.
You understand? Everything on those walls is on fucking Scientific Lee's channel.
See? Why would I steal from a chump who says that?
Lee, years, baby.
Have you noticed how he hasn't put up anything that he did? Yeah, how convenient. That's a good looking bloke.
And you continue to tell a senator's investigator, the top fucking advisor in North Carolina's goddamn history.
He worked for the senator. I showed an hour-long video of all his lies, saying that we're going to die in 2012, we're going to die in 2013, we're going to die in 2015, we're going to die in 2018, we're going to die in 2020. He wrote all this, and I put up all his posts.
The top fucking advisor in
the top advisor ever. Timestamps, which are on your own work, show that you worked for the senator investigating. No, you did research for the hemp bill from the end of 2012 to the very beginning of 2014. So you actually only worked for the senator for like 14 months. But now you're saying you're the top investigator ever. This is called narcissistic, where they expand. They try and make themselves bigger because really they're just dumb fucking shits.
In North Carolina's goddamn history.
In his goddamn history. No, you worked for him for a year and then he fired you.
He's a grifter.
Oh, see, here now comes the projection. All the things that he is, he's now about to say.
Dude, you're a thief and a liar.
He hasn't shown one thieving. He hasn't shown one lie. I show his words, as you've even seen with the videos. I show his words, and then he calls me a liar and a thief. Pretty funny, eh?
And you have a black soul. You're a fucking deep narcissist, bro.
I ain't your bro.
Have been fucking picking on me.
Because you're an idiot who lies and slanders my channel whenever I show that you're an idiot and a liar and a grifter. It's pretty funny, really.
Because I figured out something years before you did.
What? What did you figure out? Because you haven't said it in the entire video. Not one word have you said that ties me to anything about you. Where is it? What did you find out? That there's 2 suns in the sky. Is that it? Well, you can keep it, you moron. 2 suns in the sky. What a fucking Burke. So, yeah. He discovered 2 suns and planets. Don't forget the planets that you could see fields in.
Fuck you, you piece of shit.
See, that's all he can say. Because he can't say what I stole. And he can't say where I lied. Because it never happened. Only in his narcissistic brain. You see, narcissists rewrite history. Which is why he said, I never said the world would end. Yeah, you did, and it's in print, and it's on an hour-long video I did last week.
You've led so many people to the wrong side of things.
I've led people to Jesus and the Bible. I explained all the miracles in the Bible and showed by energy travel that the Spirit showed me. And I explained every single Bible miracle. All of them. Every one. There isn't one missing. Funny, eh?
You've been poo-pooing us talking about the grain shortages leading...
Because we all know it's Bill Gates and all these people buying farms and shutting them down. There hasn't been a grain issue. Otherwise there'd be no bread. Or is that because it all went to the cows? Or what is this nonsense?
To this, it's going to get worse and worse. You act like
I said it's going to get worse because I've read the Bible. And in Revelation it says there's going to be famine, pestilence, war and death. So you pretending like you're predicting this, which you've been saying for over 10 years now, the same shit every year. You even just said, oh, in fact it's on the screen. On his video the other day he said, we only have 12 months left. You said that 10 years ago. And he's been saying for 10 years, store food because famine is here.
saying there's famine today. You stupid, lying, cocksucking motherfucker feeding people full of antifreeze, sweet, blinding shit.
And yet there is no famine that he keeps going on about. And now he's saying that I've lied by saying that he keeps screaming about famine. It's just insane.
You're gonna get what you deserve, buddy.
I'm going to get what I deserve. I hope so. Because God is coming with his reward for everybody. And a lot of people, grifters, Jews, Islamists, they all think they're going to get away with it. They will fucking not. Jesus is coming for all of you.
This is coming regardless of what you or I want. And you're misleading people just because I'm seeing things before you.
What, like planets in the sky where you can see their fields, but nobody else on Earth saw it. And two suns which are both invisible, according to you, which means nobody else has seen them except you. So this is very, very embarrassing. You haven't seen anything. And everything I've seen I wrote about 10 years ago. Funny, really.
And you want to be Mr. Center Stage.
No, that's just what God made me, because he gave me the spirit to explain things that a million people didn't know about. They do now.
Dude, forget I exist and you can continue on. But as long as you keep fucking hitting on this information that I'm...
Your garbage lies, you mean? You really are just funny. Oh, I'm shaking in my boots.
putting down, and that is right. I'm gonna come at you, and I'm gonna come at your fucking neck, motherfucker. I just cut your head off, bitch. With your own words.
We just watched this video, and not one of my words was used, and the only words on screen are his words. So he seems to think he's just dropped a mic here, but obviously I've just explained the whole video, and not once did you see me getting made a fool of. All you heard was him saying I'm a lying thief, which of course he's never proven, he can't prove, and he certainly didn't prove it with this video. All he did prove is that he has a black, murderous heart with vicious violence inside him, which he does on many videos because he's full of Satan and he's doing Satan's work.
You fucking grifting narcissistic piece of goddamn shit.
Wasn't that a wonderful ending? So that's what narcissists do. And anybody who's ever been in a relationship and has somebody turn around and tell them that they're the bad guy knows exactly what I'm talking about. All I ever did in the past was God's work. And then he came along trying to steal my work, trying to say it was something else. So I got them all ripped down, ripped out of his hands. And he's not allowed to use them anymore, which is why he can't use my videos. So now he just talks like a narcissistic gaslighting grifter, because he hasn't got any evidence. Otherwise, you would make a video using evidence. There ain't no suns in the sky. There aren't any planets in the sky. Everybody knows that Bill Gates is buying up all the farms and shutting them down. Everybody knows the governments are forcing farmers out of business by either inheritance tax or the cost of everything. Anybody who thinks we don't have meat only needs to go to the supermarket and see piles and piles of it. And anybody who says that all the cows died and there's no meat because there's no grain, there is no evidence of that. None. There's just meat and food in shops. So there we go. That's what a narcissistic grifter calls a win. So we just had a game of chess. I beat him severely, and then he smashed over the whole board and walked away with his hands in the air saying, I win. Thanks very much. My name is Lee. I follow the Christ, and I'm telling you all the things he told me. And pointing out lying, grifting narcs is one of my favourite hobbies. Thanks a lot. Bye.